Hello and welcome back to the Spiritual Shit Show. My name is Julie Wynn and I am a certified life coach and intuitive channel, a dancer, a choreographer, a mom, a wife, and someone who's been on the healing journey, just really curious about what this life is all about. What is energy? What's the point to all of this? And who am I? Who am I and what am I doing here? I started this podcast back in 2019, and it has been an evolution of sorts. When I revisited it with a new name, which is Spiritual Shit Show, the first podcast was called Studio Soul. It was for dance teachers and studio owners. But when I started again and I did Spiritual Shit Show, I think it was back in 2017. Then I laid it to rest for a little bit. And then when I picked it back up, I started again with the intention of sharing my story and then adding on a little channeled message from the guide, since that's what I do now in this new life, this new version of myself. And it just kind of always offers a new frame to see what is coming up for myself. And it just offers a higher truth to the reality of things. So I just put out a podcast about the art of becoming. I was sharing my story of where I am currently in my life, which is really understanding what it feels like to have a regulated nervous system and to feel safe and held and supported in my life. And at the same time, feeling like I'm going through some sort of an ego death, meaning I am realizing that I am no longer as much wanting to create work so that I can be somebody, so that I can have a big identity, that I am no longer as much wanting to prove myself to the world, that there's a part of me that's really enjoying the quiet, simple days and enjoying freedom, and in many ways enjoying not having to heal so much, that the work has been done and now I get to land in my life in a different way. And it feels very foreign because I am realizing that most of my life has been in a state of fight or flight or chaos and protection and healing, truly, from narcissistic abuse. I met a woman a couple weeks ago at a women's circle, and as she was telling her story, I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds so familiar. So we were speaking at the end of this gathering, and I said, I always think that people who have been in narcissistic relationships like that, we need like a support group, because it takes so long to quiet the noise that has been grooved into your mind of the things that have been said in gaslighting and making you feel like you're crazy and it's your fault, all the things. I am no longer in that space anymore. And it has taken me a really long time to heal from it. And I know that sounds dramatic, but it's true. So this podcast really is to help other people to be where they are now, to cultivate a deeper sense of self-compassion, self-forgiveness, to realize that the healing journey is actually kind of really cool once you get into it, but it is messy and it's uncomfortable and it requires a lot of support, and your life is going to shift because you are shifting, and that's the cool thing. Anyway, the point is, this episode, I want to channel about what I just put out. So I'm going to take a second just to kind of drop in to just see, and we're going to see if there's just a higher message to all of this. I love channeling because it gives me an opportunity to deepen into the awareness of what is happening. And also when I channel and when I share my story really about what I'm kind of moving through or noticing, it feels like a lot of it is also collective, that many of us are kind of walking this same path upward in awakening, in understanding energy, in really understanding ourselves. So anyway, I hope this share and this channeled message lands for you. There is so much joy and celebration when one can witness the light and the love of who they are. Asleep no more. Small no more. Discouraged no more. There's a lot of joy to be had in remembering who you are. And this new level is about allowing magical possibilities to be present in your life. To expand into possibilities. To allow yourself to be made anew. For this is love. For this is love. For this is love. Allow yourself for a moment to bring an awareness to what the body feels like to be illuminated by love. Allow yourself to rest here in this space of love. And what does love look like for you? Do you sense a color, a change in frequency? Do you feel some sort of subtle movements happening within the body? Do you sense maybe lightness around you? Does the room feel brighter? But can you bathe in the energy, the frequency of love now? The art of becoming, as it has been titled, is really love. Remembering that it is love. Love, remembering that it is creation. Love, remembering that it is supported. Love, remembering that joy is the birthright. The art of becoming is the awakening to love. And you are love. And through love, all things are possible. Expand into joy. Expand into freedom. And allow yourself to be bathed in the light of love.